We are live. Oh, on screen it should be.
No.
Anyway, we'll give a minute to see if I can see commercials on.
Okay. Hey,
Hello,
Ashton.
How you doing, bud? Can you hear us? It sounds good. Loud, clear, 10-4, good, bud.
What you been up to, Ashton?
You working?
I think he works during the day, don't he? I think he works.
Hey, Betty. How are you?
Hey, Betty.
Working. We figured we'd jump on here for just a few minutes. Our subscriber count is really, for the last week and a half,
Taking off good.
yeah, it's shooting up there. So we want to try to do a few minutes on the live anyway. It shot up there quite a bit, actually. I mean, for us, it's done pretty good.
Yeah.
We just crossed over 5,000 subscribers just a couple hours ago.
Yep.
Well, about an hour ago, I guess. We're a little over 5,000 now, Ashton.
I think it was 5,012 when I looked
Yeah,
last.
I'll check it. Let's see here.
Yeah, Betty said that's great.
Yeah, for the last week and a half, I would say week and a half, yeah, give or take a week and a half, 2 weeks. It started climbing pretty quick.
5,020.
5,000.
Oh, 5,026.
Yeah.
Ashton said, dang, making millions.
I mean, that's pretty good for us. I mean, a small channel.
Yeah.
We'll get 300 or 400 more subscribers per day. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more than that. Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, it's starting to do good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How have y'all been doing, Betty?
You've been putting out some good videos. Some of them pretty good. Some of them are. I thought. I mean, bands that I was in them, thought they were pretty good.
Conceded much?
Mm-mm.
I want a couple of them. I don't want all of them. Just a couple. That's good. YouTube is finally on your side.
Yeah, for like a week, but it'll stop. You know, that's just the way it is. That's just subscribers now. As far as making more money, no. Well, I imagine it's got to be a little bit more because we're watching some of the videos, but it's not much more at all.
Mm-mm.
But we figured we'd jump on here for a few minutes anyway. I think might do some kind of. Don't say that thing positive. That was positive. Dude, we've been getting so much stuff sent to us, like to do reviews on and stuff. I'm gonna figure out a way. We'll hit 10,000 to do some kind of drawing or something to give some of it away. This is our special guest. Might have been, Ashton. Might have been. If I would have shown you getting wounded, it probably got more subs off of it.
I didn't get that on video.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we need somebody to try to help us figure out how to put all the names in something and draw one.
Yeah. Well, there's some kind of thing that you can do on here and like pick somebody out of all the subscribers and stuff.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting, like I said, we're getting so much of this stuff. We're going to start to. I'm gonna wait till we get 10,000 subs, and if it keeps going like it's going, that'll be soon. And if we get that, then I'll do some kind of giveaway. We'll get like a bunch of it out, and we'll see what all we got, and then we'll let somebody. We'll take a vote on what to do or something like that, like what to give away on, and then we'll give that away on some type of drawing or something. I don't know how to do it. We'll figure it out. YouTube sucks at giving notifications. No, actually, you done pretty good, buddy. You come on a minute or two right after we started, so I mean it.
I messaged her.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. Hey, now that's a touchy subject. I still.
Winging phantom thing. Yeah, I guess. I think you get hurt every time you step on the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Falling off ladders, huh?
Falling on the ice.
Yeah, slipping and falling down the road. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, text me, yeah.
That's what I was just telling him. I text you. Yeah, she said she wasn't getting notifications.
Yeah. Maybe it's just the way I'm doing it on here. I mean, I don't know. I still ain't that.
Now we're losing them.
Yeah. Probably my hands.
Mm-hmm.
I still ain't that good at setting it up on lives and stuff. So it may be the way I'm doing it. Of course, not notifying people. Or not notifying everyone anyway. So.
That time to celebrate at Chinese.
Yeah.
Hey, I could go for some Chinese.
Yeah, I've actually been craving some, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I actually said that Monday, but they were closed Monday. Oh.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I don't know what it is about Chinese restaurants, but they're all closed on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
All that I know of, anyway. All the ones I've ever been to closed on Monday.
The one in Waynesville in that little plaza down by where Dad used to live, that one's open on Mondays, but I don't like that one.
That one sucks.
That's what I said. I don't like that one.
The one in Silva ain't too bad. I mean, ain't real bad, but it ain't.
We went to one in Franklin too, but I don't remember how it tasted. I don't think I liked it either.
Were you? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. One was away. No, I didn't like that one either. I think that was probably worse than the one in Plaza.
And then we went to one in, where was we at? Greg's office.
Or what was?
Greg's office.
Morganton?
Morganton.
Yeah.
And I don't think we liked that one neither.
No, we've been to several different ones, but the one I like the best one is the one that's over there in Canton.
Yeah, me too.
I just like that one the best. So.
We went to one in Nashville with Dad too.
Yeah, but I still didn't like
a while ago. But yeah, I didn't like it as good as.
We've been to all those, and the one in Morristown, you don't want to go
It
there.
really sucks.
Yeah, it's definitely horrible.
We couldn't even get the baby to eat that.
There's all the time posts on Facebook about being cockroaches in the food and everything. Rats running around the kitchen.
We ate there one time, and me, you, and the baby, all three didn't like it.
It's centrally located in Wayne, Canton. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just like that one. They got the best.
The best pepper steak and chicken and broccoli.
Yeah. I go for the pepper steak. And
all the rest of them have like beef, and it's beef instead of steak. It's yeah,
steak is beef.
Yeah, but it don't taste the same. It's,
beef and broccoli.
Yeah, beef and broccoli instead of pepper steak, onions, and.
It's the same meat. It's just got different seasonings in it.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, like it's the same pieces of steak and stuff.
Yeah,
but it really ain't steak anyway. It's like London broil or something like that. They just slice up.
but it tastes different.
Because all the seasonings out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I knew how to make it. We tried it a couple times and I did not succeed at that. It did not turn out any good.
I'm going to ask them for a job and they're just long enough how to make it. Learn how to make it. I got my little translators. That way I know when they're talking about me.
They'll probably tell you to take your headphones out.
I can't. It's hearing aids. How's all your animals doing, baby? Yeah, I've used them a couple times, yeah. They actually work pretty good. I've got another set of them, actually. I've got 2 sets of them now.
He used them over at the bond office.
That's kind of the reason I wanted them over at the office, that way I can understand more than I do. But like I said, I got 2 sets of them now. I had another set sent to me. So it makes 2. I haven't tried the new set yet, but the original ones I've tried those a few times. I want to do a video on using them, but a lot of people don't want to, in that capacity that that I work over there. They don't want to be on video, which is understandable because we're going through a legal situation and they don't want to be on video or nothing. I just need to find
someone that speaks Spanish or
somebody that's fluent in Spanish to where I'm and kind of communicate back and forth a little bit. Well, really, I think it's got like 140 some languages, so basically anybody speaks anything other than English.
We need to try them when we go to Chinese next time.
Yeah. That way I know how to say pepper steak. The only bad thing about it is I think there's like 4 or 5 different Chinese languages. There's like Mandarin. There's like different provinces or whatever in China, and they all speak a different language. But I don't know how many different ones there are. But there's several. Cool. How many did you hatch out? We actually had a little smile incubator sent to us. I just done a video on one, and it looks like when I was a little like a kid's easy bake oven. It looks just like that, but it holds like 2 dozen eggs. But it looks just like a little easy bake oven. 24. That's about what this one holds.
I want to hatch some ducks and some turkeys.
It's fun hatching eggs. Sometimes it's just as expensive as buying them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I looked into buying them. Betty sent me some turkey ones, but some of them were expensive.
I was going to hatch out some more guineas, but I don't want more guineas.
We still have one.
Yeah, we have one. That's all.
And it chases Chris and Jordan is why they don't like it.
It don't chase me. It chases Jordan.
That's why they don't like it.
It'll chase me once.
Quail. Yeah, we can do quail.
Yeah. I thought about doing what they call an aviary or whatever it's called for quail in that one pen up there. That's got the roosters in it for now. I thought about getting like a bunch of tree branches and putting in there and making like an aviary type thing. Because quail will lay eggs at, I think, 4 weeks old. I think they'll start laying eggs.
Need to get the meat birds too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to do that too, but because in the barn we can take them right there where we had the smonnies are at one time, on that side where the lay mash is.
Yeah.
We can close that off and keep them in there
and put all the other ones on the other side.
The aviary and the other ones where the roosters are at.
Yeah.
That'd be a good place for like a little jungle type thing for them.
Oh, I brought us back a turtle from Florida. So the babies have a turtle now.
It ain't a real, I mean, it ain't a big turtle. It's one of them little thing about that big.
Actually, it's
About the size of a 50-cent piece. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very big.
That's one that flush in the toilet and gets up about like 700-800 pounds in the sewer system and starts eating people and stuff.
Well, the one Mom has two of them, and they're about the size of my fist. But she's had them, I think she said 9 months to a year.
Yeah.
And they're the same kind as the one I brought back.
Like piranhas.
I think they're called
4 or 5 piranhas in the city sewer.
I think they're called yellow belly or something. I think is what Mom and them called them. I don't know. We got it on the boardwalk.
That was racist.
What?
Yellow bug.
Nuh-uh. That's what the lady said it was. I'm gonna flip you.
But yeah, we'll have to go check out the Chinese restaurant again pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we got. What was it? No, it ain't Wise Food. It's something else. Send us that in big containers of food. You can actually buy them at Walmart, the big buckets. And let me check the egg on it. It said female. Put the one that said female. What's that? Yeah, I mean.
Oh, they have a checker thing?
Yeah. But I don't know how accurate them things are. I mean, best way to do it is when they're hatched out, check their wing feathers. And if you don't want a bunch of roosters, file them in the drawer, I guess. We haven't hatched any because we don't have no rooster. Well, we got the one rooster up there, but there's like 40 hens in there. So I mean, I know they're not going to be fertile.
We got all the other roosters on the other side to get rid of.
Yeah. The only way we can do that is like quarantine, like
so many of them
by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Than hatch them. I'd rather this year we'll probably buy some because I want to buy some of the American Breeze hatching eggs. They're expensive too. I want to get about 10 or 20 of them things hatched out, and I want to cross those with the zombie chickens. I want the look of the zombie chicken, but I want it to be bigger. Because the zombie chickens don't get very big at all. They're a higher bigger than a Somani hen, but they're a higher smaller than a Leghorn hen. So they're still small.
They're tiny.
Yeah. I mean, if you had to eat them, you wouldn't get much out of it. You might get 3 nuggets or something. We have a ton of roosters from broody hens. Want any? Lord, no, we got a whole pen full up here that I got to do something with.
We need to use our plucker.
Mm-hmm.
We still ain't used that thing.
Yeah, we still ain't used the plucker. Sometime or another this year, I guess we will, though. Maybe when we get the plucker out, we might take them off of you. But I want to get like 25, 30, 40, something like that of them meat birds. Yeah, they are. And the Somanis, that the parents of them things are worse. They're 100 times worse. Every time you turn around when I'm trying to go where you have to throw them off the nest. But I got our nest kind of fixed where they can't like set on a lot of them.
Yeah, we got them where they're rolling down. You change the
carpet,
and then you put another board down.
Yeah.
Or was it 2 boards? I think it was one.
One on all of them.
Yeah.
I fixed it to where they can't get in there where the eggs are now. They'll try to roll down a little bit. So it's been working pretty good so far.
And we're getting a ton of eggs.
Yeah. We can't check them every day because we don't get home until certain hours of the night.
Late.
And if it's real late, I ain't going up there to rummage to no hen house.
Mm-hmm.
So we just get them when we can. And all together last week we got 14 dozen. And we haven't tallied them up this week yet. We have an evil hen with 2 chicks. Yeah. They are mean now. They're very aggressive.
Find anything in your greenhouse? Not yet. It's all in the house still.
Yeah, still under the light. We haven't done much anything. We went, well, no, we planted the potatoes in the bed, and then we planted the cucumbers.
I did lettuce and spinach in the grow buckets. But then I still have tomatoes in here. I still have carrots in here. I still have broccoli in here. I still have cabbage in here. Peppers in here.
Yeah, we got to put something in that other bed up there.
Oh, pumpkins in here.
Yeah.
Watermelon in here.
I got that one company sent us some those plastic panels, greenhouse panels, but they're just 2 foot wide and 4 foot long. And they only sent me 10 of them, and that's nowhere near enough to do that greenhouse. But it'd be enough to do maybe like the sides, or the front and one side maybe. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet, but they wanted me to do the greenhouse with them, and that's nowhere near enough to do the greenhouse. So I can't really, I mean, I'll put them on there somewhere or another, but I can't really do like a legitimate,
put panels
I guess,
on
review type of them, because I don't have enough to do it.
Put panels on one side and on 2 sides, and then wrap the other 2 sides.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely want to put plastic on.
For now, I mean.
If they'd sent me 10 more, like little pieces of it, we'd have enough. I'm just planting lots of potatoes. We didn't, even this year, we didn't plant a lot this year of potatoes because it was really just experimenting with that grow bed thing.
But they're doing good.
We don't know. The plants come up good.
Well, the plants are coming up good.
I did in the buckets too.
Yeah.
They'll do better than they did in the buckets for sure.
I was trying to think.
But probably not a lot better. You can plant that other bed and potatoes too, if you're worried about getting a lot.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll get something in that greenhouse pretty soon. I'm going to put my peppers in one side. Probably peppers and tomatoes about all we're going to put in the greenhouse.
Oh, I got my drying rack in too, but I need to, I got a bunch of herbs planted out. Herbs out there too.
You need to hang that in the greenhouse once we get it wrapped.
Yeah.
Be a good place for it, actually.
Because I got, I think, what do I got? I got sage, dill, cilantro. I can't remember what all I got going in there. Lavender.
Haven't been able to work on the shed anymore in the last couple of weeks because it's been like 96 degrees outside, 96, 97 degrees.
I was in Florida and messaged Chris that it was like, what, 87, 88 degrees?
Mm-hmm.
And he sent me back a thing saying that it was like 90 something.
96.
96 here. So it was hotter here than it was in Florida.
Yeah, that's bad. And I don't function so well. Which I mean, it stays good in here because we got the mini split. It kept it. I said on 70 and it kept it on 70. Humidity is out. Yeah. This here, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but it's on the side of this mountain. It's absolutely horrible. The heat is. I don't know. It's miserable hot on this mountain. Especially next month to 2 months, it's going to be. I'm glad I got the roof on that building, or it wouldn't be on it until like next year.
July and August would be awful.
Or Ashton would have to heal up and come up here and climb on this roof for me. I'd have failed off of it. The heat stroke.
Tell them about that right?
That might be somebody that related to them. Oh, they're talking about stuff like that. Just talking about a wreck that I witnessed yesterday. I don't like talking about stuff like that on here because there might be somebody on here that was related to those people. I'm pretty sure they got hurt pretty bad. Pretty sure they did. If they didn't, it's a miracle.
Send me them. Please. Want some more?
What are these?
Cheese crackers. Here, eat some others.
No, I'm good.
Mini split in this shed.
I definitely need something in that shed. I'm once I get the batteries out there, I'll have to do something. Well, I'm kind of hoping that once I get it insulated, it'll calm it down a whole lot. I mean, it's still gonna be hot in there, but I'm gonna put a solar attic fan on it, and then probably like vent fans at solar to kick on when it gets to a certain temperature to kick on. So I'm hoping between that and insulation, it'll keep it to where it ain't so bad in there. But right now, it's pretty hot in there.
That's what I was gonna say. You were gonna put fans in there.
Yeah. I might do a fan like on the ends of it, like I done at the chicken barns, got a big solar panel in this. Or I could even do like, well, as far as that goes, I can just get some more 12-volt fans for a car, like I did up there done that way.
Mm-hmm.
And just put one big solar panel on instead of a small one. That one that's up there is just a 100-watt panel, and it runs the fans pretty good on the greenhouse. It'll probably be good enough for that. But we'll see. I mean, once we get it wrapped up, once we get the plastic and all that stuff on it, then we'll be able to tell. It's going to be hot in there. I know it's going to be a cooker in there. So I have to figure out a way to like intake air too, because some way for it to pull either air in or out. I have to reverse that. I have to figure out how to do that. I need to go low with some type of duct work or something so I can pull air in or push it out. What about winter? As far as the solar equipment goes, as far as in the winter, the way I'm going to do it inside the shed, I'm actually going to build like a little room in there, like a 5 by 12 room. It's going to be 5 feet wide, just wide enough to get in there with the batteries and stuff. I don't want a huge room, and just for that simple purpose. Those things put out heat, so I'm not really worried about that. If I get that insulated really good, that's the reason I want to get to where it stays cooler, because it does put out heat. Not a lot, not a ton of heat, but it'll probably keep it enough to where it doesn't affect the batteries or anything. Because the batteries have to stay above 32 degrees.
If not, we could always put one of them little box ones in there, couldn't you?
What, heater?
Mm-hmm.
No, I've got them heat mats I can use. I got some heat pads, like seedling mats, heat mats, and I've got those taped inside my battery cabinets. If worst case scenario, those are like 20 watts a piece. They're not much. I mean, if I have to use those, I will, but I'm kind of hoping I won't, because they, like I said, they do put out heat. And I plan on having that room that they're in like sealed just as tight as I can get it. So other than probably some type of fan blowing air in there when it's really hot, like I was saying. I'll have to get creative with the duct work on it.
Could always do where you want to put a generator on the side, and have it where it kicks on some type of heater, some type of heat something, or air something. Yeah.
Off the side of the building, on the one end closest to the barn here, I'm going to build like a 4-foot by 6-foot, basically another little lean off little shed type thing on the side of that, but it's just going to be about 5 or 6 feet tall, just enough then I can open up the double doors and flip the top up, and it's going to have my generators in it. So if I ever have to use a generator, it's going to be right there. Everything will be kind of self-contained in that one little area. Basically, just go up there and turn the key and crank the generator, and then go straight to charging batteries if I ever need it to. Ever since we put these new batteries in, I've never seen them drop below 90%. Not yet. And that's running, the mini split all night long. Because whenever we get home, it's dark, so we turn the mini split. I don't leave it on during the day because it's kind of pointless, but because it cools it off so quick in here. But when we get home, we turn it on, then we cook on the. When we get home, we turn it on, then we cook on the electric stove. Water heater's on, everything. We cook on the eyes, and we cook in the oven. We watch that water heater,
air fryer.
Let's see what else. All the 2 TVs that we turn on. We turn one in the bedroom on.
After showers, I have the blow
Yeah,
dryer,
water pump.
straightener.
Everything, and it still does not deplete those batteries. And this is the next morning when we leave.
We use coffee.
It's still like 92, 93%. So that's pretty good. That's pretty impressive. Like I said, I have not yet. They will eventually have to get a little bit more what they call cycles on them, but I haven't completely cycled them yet. A cycle is like from 100 to 0, and I've never done that with any of these batteries. Never, ever, ever.
Even in the wintertime, we didn't.
And that's running the heater all the time too. When we have to, of course, sometimes we'd run the mini split heater, the heater that's part of it, but
just long enough for the wood stove to kick up.
Yeah, but that daggone wood heater stays so hot though. Good God. But if I can't get that building to cool down, a lot enough in the summer, because like I said, it's been 95, 96 degrees here, so I'll have to put some type of a air conditioner in there.
5042.
Yep. I mean, we had a little while ago.
5020.
Oh. So what time we've been online, we've gained 22 subscribers. That's pretty good.
Yep.
So it's still climbing pretty good.
In what, 30 minutes?
Yeah. So 22 in 30 minutes. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. You talked about getting a better mini split too, and we could always take this one up there when we got another one.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly how I would unhook this one and not have to recharge it Freon, because I can't get Freon for it. I don't know where to get Freon.
Right.
So I think once I unhook this one, it's done. Other than heat, I mean, you still use the heat on it, but.
Right.
You can buy them off Facebook Marketplace for $400, brand new.
What?
Mini split.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how big they are. They're probably just 9,000. That's perfectly fine for that. I mean, that's really too big for
That'd
that.
be plenty big enough for the building.
Because the one we got here is 18,000.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I was just telling her about that, Betty. That right there is some spooky stuff. He predicted when Donald Trump was going to strike Iran. I mean, literally. Did you watch all that?
The day,
yeah.
Right down to the day.
Yeah. Yeah, some of his stuff's getting out of hand now. Some of it's pretty spooky. Last time I watched him the other day, he was talking about the cyber attacks. So
I seen one where he was talking about fish too.
Yeah, all the fish were right, and that's caused from what he's talking about there is under ocean volcanoes killing the fish is what he was referring to. It's just basically just poisoning the water and all this. Makes me buy Pinto. Yeah, no doubt. We got plenty of Pinto. We actually got.
I was just gonna say we just bought.
We scored a good score there about a week ago. Well, about 2 weeks ago.
On MREs.
Yeah, but we got. There's a girl on Facebook Marketplace had 10 cases, and they normally sell for what, $50, $60 a case. I got them for $10 a case, so I bought all 10 of them. So we got 120 meals for $100.
And there's
12 in each box.
And they're supposed to tell us if they get more.
Yeah, they're supposed to get more and then let us know.
So we're getting pretty good stock on that.
Yeah, that's on the MREs. I'll buy them all day long.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'll buy them MREs like that all day long. Somebody offered me MREs for $10 a case. As long as the date's, well, even if the date ain't exactly good, they can be about a year or two and they'll still be perfectly fine.
I think the date on them was
27.
27, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they're still good. Years and years
that.
and years. As long as you store them right, they're perfectly fine.
And they actually have the heaters and everything in them.
Yeah, all you gotta do is add water. I mean, they ain't no telling what's around the corner, so.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not a fan either, Richard, but
it's better than nothing.
yeah. The Lord giveth, but when the Lord taketh away, that'll be better than nothing. I think we're going to start doing ours a little bit differently. Out in the shed, on one side of the shed, I'm going to build shelves just big enough for those black toasts that we use. I'm going to put a bunch of those in there. That's what we're going to use. But like I said, I have to fix it to where it don't get so hot in there. Which, I mean, it doesn't matter for like, honestly, you can still put like wheat, stuff like that out there. It'd be perfectly fine. Because people store wheat in barns and silos and everything and still eat it years down the road, you know.
Corn, whole corn for the like the milk jugs of corn.
As long as it's sealed good, like anything, any dry good like that, as long as it's sealed good. Sea ration, yeah. I don't like none of them, to be honest with you,
but it's always good to stock up on whether you like it or not.
But like I said, you get hungry enough, you eat it. That's why I was down there, she don't like pintos.
Right, but we got lots of them. But I will take them and make like chili or want more of them. I got another bag. But I'll make like chili out of them or make something with them where it ain't just plain pintos. So I mean, I will eat them. I just don't prefer them by themselves.
Not me. I'll take them anyway and get them.
Yeah, I know. I keep growing my potatoes, and I'll eat my potatoes when you eat your pinto beans.
That garden bed you got up there ain't big enough to grow them for long.
Yeah, I know. Getting wheat berries.
Those are good to have. Just make sure you got a good way to grind them, and you'll be perfectly fine.
They'd go in one of them Wonder Meals, won't they?
Yeah, what you got? Wheat berries. That's what we ground them.
Oh, that's what we got. I was going to say we got wheat, but yeah, same thing.
Yes, they will.
Yes, they will.
I found me a miracle feed type thing for chickens to make them start laying eggs. I kept messing around with my concoction. I finally figured it out. I'll take a whole oats, not rolled oats, but the whole oats. I take those. I got me like a 2.5 gallon can. I dump those in there, like 2 scoops, the red scoop, like for a dog or something. Put like 2 scoops of those in there. Then put like 2 scoops of corn in there. And then that, a lot of people don't like putting soy in theirs, but I don't care. Then I take a great big scoop of soy and throw in there. And then I put, what's that other thing I put in there? I put something else and I don't remember what it is now. Oh, red pepper flakes. I put a bunch of red pepper flakes in there. And then I just put water in it, like fermented feed. And just stir it once a day or something. Let it ferment for 3 or 4 days and feed it to them. And I'm telling you right now, they'll start laying eggs. They lay eggs all over. There's so many in the nest boxes when we go up there, they're out full to the top and on the back side. And they're laying all over the inside because they can't get in the nest boxes. So
we've been taking corn, like a can of corn, and draining the juice and mixing it with water and freezing it and giving to them to keep them like, where do you get soy?
Any farmer's market. Or no, it's
where do you get soy?
Any farmer's market. Or no, it's not farmer's market. What's that called?
Co-op.
Co-op.
Any co-op. Yeah.
That's the only place you can feed it. Cat food, same thing, but it's not as powerful. You can feed chickens like the small chunks of cat food. But that would, I mean, honestly, that would be good if you can get that cheaper, but it's not. It's more expensive than buying the soy, 50-pound bag of soy. But if you had cat food, you could take and get one of those hand cranks, the grinders, and do it that way. But they say you can feed it to them just in the chunks, and they will. The big hens will eat it. As long as you think the great big chunks, they'll still eat it. And that's like 26% soy or something like that, or it's 26% protein. The cat food is, and the soy is 47% protein. So you just got to be real careful with getting them too much protein.
It'll burn them out.
Yeah. But I mean, I give it to mine, and they do perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes them like they molt, makes their feathers come back faster, and makes them like fill out more, like more healthy type things.
But we hang like cabbage or broccoli. I mean, cabbage or lettuce too from strings. He has like a screw thing that we screw them up in.
Get a whole head of cabbage and screw that thing into it, let it hang, and then peck at it. Keeps them from pecking at each other.
We do that with cabbage or lettuce. And then I put the little corn, freeze the corn, and make them little corn treats. Because it's hot up here.
Mm.
And I know if we're hot, they're hot.
But that's the only place I know it sells it is the co-op.
Co-op.
Yeah. The one out there on J Creek in Waynesville.
Mm-hmm.
That's where whenever I come through there, I almost stop. Which reminds me I need to get some. But there's a lot of people that won't feed their soy. I mean, I don't know. Like the big chicken houses and stuff, the chicken barns.
She said you're good to your chickens. We try to be. They give us our eggs.
I've got to sprinkle that white powder. What's that stuff again? Diatomaceous earth. I need to sprinkle that again this year. I haven't done that yet. I need to do that so they don't get like chicken mites and stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that really sucks about like buying more chickens and adding them to your flock is you don't know if you're bringing in mites or nothing like that. So, oh, and I do sprinkle a little bit of that in that food too because I let them eat some of that diatomaceous earth, whatever that word is.
Mm-hmm.
That way it kills like any bugs or parasites inside of them. That's kind of weird the way that stuff works. It's it looks like white powder, but if you put it under a magnifying glass, it's like little broken shards of glass. Is what it looks like. And the chickens eat it, and it just basically just cuts the bugs all to pieces, and just the way it works.
How many new chickens? We got, 30?
We bought 30 more.
Yeah.
So I went to...
got too many.
I bought 30 more of the red... whatever them red ones are called. I'll think of it in a minute. And then we had probably 20, 25 of the... maybe upwards of 30 of the white leghorn and the zombie chickens all together. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly how many zombie hens
and then we
have,
still have like 3 or 4 of the Samanis.
Yeah. 2.
Hmm.
Have 2, I think.
We have at least 2 hens.
Mm-hmm. And 1 rooster.
And 1 rooster. So we got at least 3.
Yeah. But you can take that diatomaceous earth and sprinkle like a decent sized scoop and put it in their fermented feed and let them eat it. And I'm going to tell you that mixing it the way that I figured out how to do it, they absolutely tear that stuff up. They don't leave none of it. And I poured all out at one time, and I need to quit doing that because it's like overfeeding them for one day. I need to kind of like space it out because it's enough to feed them probably 3 times in that one bucket because it all swells up.
Then we give them pumpkins, usually after Thanksgiving and after Christmas, whatever we don't use for like the babies carving pumpkins or the grandkids carving pumpkins. And then pies, we take and feed what's left over to the chickens and it worms them or deworms them or whatever.
In theory, don't know for sure.
Right.
I mean, I ain't gonna look up a chicken's buttons if it's got worm. But we do got all those roosters we need to do something with pretty soon, though.
Yes.
they're not like a hindrance on like feeding them or watering them. I don't care about that. But every time you go out there, everyone.
Every time we're doing a video.
Mhm.
Yes, it will. We got pumpkins growing.
They grow overnight too. All night long.
Mhm. I can
Damn
always,
thing, everything.
I wonder how tough they'd be. We could put them on the rotisserie
Any of
thing,
them is going to be tough.
so they wouldn't be good to rotisserie.
I don't know.
We could do
Go up
either.
there and yoke you one up and take it there and fry it up and see.
We can either rotisserie them, or I can always pressure can them too. Make like chicken noodle soup or
Yeah.
something like that with them.
I mean, I don't know. We can't turn them loose now because you got the garden stuff planned.
Yeah, they'll eat it.
If I don't eat the garden stuff, they'll just like dig it up, scratch it up.
Mm-hmm.
They'll destroy it, tear it off shit.
I'd rather not find out.
But yeah, we'll get pumpkins and we'll throw in there and stuff like that too. So,
Mm-hmm. So they get quite a bit of treats.
more than I do.
You do not. Look at the treats you're eating. You just had M&Ms. You just had Ritz crackers.
Pardon me, death.
You had cherries. We had grapes. Dinner.
Sure.
Sure. Shoving your face saying, she starves me.
We dropped down to 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll stay on for about 10, 15 more minutes and we'll down to 2. We'll try to stay on at least an hour and then we'll jump off. Old spaghetti, yeah.
Mine love old spaghetti, yeah. Anything we have leftovers, we throw it to the chickens. Either the chickens get it or the dogs get it.
Unbearable.
So now we just give it to the dogs when we get done, or the chickens, or whatever we don't eat that night goes out to the animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's only the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we jumped up. We figured we'd at least jump on here and say, hey, because our subscriber count shot way up there.
That, and it's been a while since we've been
Yeah.
on here. But we've been so busy. We got 6 now.
Yeah. We was wanting, I mean, at first we was wanting to try to do one every week, but sometimes it's just hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully for too long we'll be able to get back into it. Doing one every Wednesday.
Well, between both of us working and then doing the soap, doing our soaps, and then doing the YouTube videos, and
Glad you didn't fall asleep. As soon as my OnlyFans account kicks off, I'll be making millions. You still on here, Ashton? I thought I seen you on here a minute ago.
yeah, he said he's still here,
Oh,
just
yeah.
watching.
Still here, just watching.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still trying to put at least one video out, or 2 videos out a week. We're still doing them on Tuesdays and Fridays. That's just the best times for us to put them. We'll have to sit in front of this computer and do them. Feet finder. Yeah, there you go.
Chris was going to try to do shorts in between, but it's hard to come up with a bunch of shorts.
Yeah. The only way to do like the short thing is if you carry the camera around with you all the time, and I'm not going to do that.
We can barely remember to do it half the time now.
Yeah. I still have problems remembering, like, we'll go out there and do stuff all day long and forget to film it, so. More stuff that would make a halfway decent video.
Mm-hmm.
I like the video schedule. All right. Yeah, it's just the best time we come up with it because well, not all the time, but sometimes our videos we do like on the weekends when we're home all weekend. When we're at home all weekend. And then that gives me time to put one out between working and having it up by Tuesday.
That, and you have to sit and edit it,
Mm-hmm.
and that takes forever too.
Yeah. Out of 100 different video clips, you use like 4.
Mhm.
But you got to weed through them all. Cause everybody's got that one friend you can't put on like speakerphone. I'm that one friend you can't put on live
That's
TV while
correct.
I'm working.
That is correct.
Nobody want to watch that. Well,
Mm-mm.
some people would.
Mm-mm. You never know what you're gonna hear.
Yeah.
Oh, my back itches.
I try to keep it PG for YouTube.
Getting lots of views.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when everything went way up, way up. Just say 2 weeks. For the last 2 weeks now, everything's went sky high.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 25, 30,000 views in the last 2 weeks, something like that.
Mm-hmm. We have 25,000 viewers,
25,000 views. That's in the last couple of weeks.
but then we have 5,000 subscribers.
5,056.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, as we're talking, we've gained, since we started this live, we've gained over 50 some subscribers. So that's pretty good. I mean, for us, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
People getting scared with crazy world. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's time for a lot of people to wake up and see what's going on. Been hot, been outside on YouTube, yeah. It has been hot, man. I'm telling you. That's like I said, that's the reason I ain't done nothing in that shed in the last probably 2 or 3 weeks. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's too much. Too much.
Oh,
I
they're inside working.
Yeah.
Huh.
But even in the shade, like on the if you follow that shed, the way I try to work around that shed is I know what time of day to be on which side, because the sun will come around it, and I know to move around. So even at that, it's just too much. I used to like doing that stuff out in hot weather like that, but I ain't. 911. I was wanting to stay. I got to wire the inside of the shed. I got to put my electrical plug-ins and stuff in there because I'm going to wire it for electricity, of course. And then I got to insulate it. If it wasn't so daggone expensive, I'd get some spray insulation and spray everything, seal it good with spray foam, and then put the regular R13 in the walls. But some of my kids still deny. Yeah, they all are.
They'll wish they weren't here pretty soon.
It's just like nobody. I can't say they don't care, because they just don't understand, I guess. I'm too pretty for hell. Unmelt. You and me both. Made me dig up the pictures back when I was baptized. Had to reflect some. Had to reflect. But yeah, that's shed. It's gonna have to cool down a little bit.
Yesterday or today was Tiffany's birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, Tiffany's birthday was, I want to say, yesterday.
I want to think yesterday.
Butchered that.
An ad hit while I was typing.
Is ads like a lot right now, or are they just like every now and again? Got to pay the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Too pretty. He takes after his uncle.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that's what it is. I'm still going to work on it, though. I mean, on the shed and stuff, I'm still going to work on it, but it's got to cool down some. You better have to buy like 15 more fans. May find some kind of like a little window unit AC or something to stick in.
Oh, those pillows.
Rig it up somewhere or another.
I've been hit with about 10
10
so far.
Yeah. That's why people are leaving so fast, because of my ad and stuff like that.
Yeah, coming in and going out and coming in. I've not had one since I first.
Really?
He's getting them all then.
Yeah. It used to be big getting them all nice and get any.
Now it's vice versa. He was the first one in. They're going to hit him.
Yeah.
Usually Betty is.
I know the tides are turning, buddy. That's pretty good.
Oh, Lordy.
When are you coming back, Ashton? 2 weeks? I remember when Tammy and Ray used to come up every week. Every time they come up like once a month or something. It was coming up every 2 weeks there for a long time. Back when I was a kid, they come from Georgia. And we said, when y'all coming back? Every time Ray would say, 2 weeks. Be back in 2 weeks. Every single time. Sometimes they come back 2 weeks, and sometimes they come back in a month. I guess they just come back for a long time. That was a long time ago. I remember going down there and spending the summers with them. In Merlin, I went and stayed with Larry a couple times during the summer. I came back last weekend. I had to do some yard work.
Chris was by himself last weekend. I was in Florida.
Yeah, I was by myself. They all went to Florida.
Well, me, Jordan, and Caden.
Or so she thinks. I had a secret society party at the house.
You did not.
A barn party.
Mm-hmm. Sure you did.
It was all over Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Live video.
Yeah, you're so full of it. And I wasn't invited.
It was for adults only, actually. It was an adult party.
Him and the chickens. Maybe the guinea.
Chicken barn party, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all it was, yeah.
Maybe the dogs and the cat and the guinea and the chickens and the roosters.
In all honesty, I don't think I went out the house like maybe 2 or 3 times. You go out there and, like to feed and stuff. That's the only time I really went out. But as far as working on anything outside, no, I didn't.
Too hot, huh?
Me on this mountain by myself, 96 degrees. Yeah, I know what's going to happen. Ain't nobody going to be here to call 911.
And you're going to stroke out.
Yeah. I know my limits. I got my brother in the loop. Yeah. Well, a lot of times when I message you now, you don't even message back. It's like, and like on mute or void or ignore, whatever you want to call it.
I went to my nephew's wedding.
Yeah, the baby got to go run on the ocean.
Mm-hmm. He loved it. He loved James' tractor too.
That ain't lying. I did text you for like 3 or 4 days straight there. You said, well, I'll go back with you that whatever weekend it was. When I go back, I'll go with you. I text you and text you and text you and text you. You never did. Like YouTube notices.
We went from 8 to 3. We must be boring or they're getting ads.
Yeah, it's just the ads all this. I know what it is.
2.
I'll have to make sure I turn them off next time. It's probably just Ashton. Well, you're on there too. So one of you. Play a pumping. Play a pumping. Not quite sure what that means, Ashton. I'm one of them backwoods hillbillies. I don't know what play a pumping is. It's like the old Nelly. She wants my pimp juice. The Sam Hill's pimp juice.
Ads are okay if they share dollars. They don't.
Yeah, no. I suppose if you had 500-600 people on here, and maybe, I don't know. But a lot of the YouTube channels that do lives, they have a couple hundred on here, and then they have people like doing the super chats and all that stuff all the time too. So that's how they make money doing this. We didn't come on here to make money. We just come on here to say hi.
They'll look back on our videos and stuff.
Yeah.
See what progress we've made over the years. And to talk with other people.
I'm talking about the lives.
Mm-hmm. See what other people.
But I mean, as far as the regular videos, yeah, of course. I mean, eventually you want to make money off of it. I mean, that's kind of the point. But I mean,
that and to look back and see what we do.
Yeah, I mean, that's not why we started it. We started it just to kind of, just like you said, just kind of keep record of it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty fun to do.
Something to show the babies when they get older. Hey, this was you. This is the progress we made down here with y'all.
But I mean, if the subscriber count keeps going up like it's going, I mean, eventually we'll start making a little money at it. Be kind of cool if we could make enough off of it to like do stuff around here,
do our
like
videos,
projects.
yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that's few and far between.
Mm-hmm. One day at a time.
Yeah.
One day at a time.
Augie growing up too? Yeah.
Yeah. They're both getting big.
Yeah, they're definitely getting huge. They're both talking good now.
Yeah.
Augie's still real attached to his mom and him, so it's kind of hard to get him away from him for any length of time until he freaks out. Well, we had him at one weekend. He done perfectly fine all weekend. And then that second time we had him, he freaked out.
I took him to South Carolina and he cried, but he didn't really know no one down there but me and Jordan. He did good during the day. It was just at night he didn't like it.
He gets a little older, he'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
He's still at that age now where
Need something good to do inside videos. Anybody got any suggestions?
yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff that we still haven't done videos on.
Yeah.
I'm checking the camera. Detected a person out the gate.
Yeah, we got to do some inside videos. It's hot as it is.
Well, I've got to do the video on the inverter. I'm supposed to have that out already, so I need to do that. So I do have the new inverter in. I guess I've said that before, though, but I still haven't. Like I said, I'm not going to mount it. I'm not going to hook it up until I get the inside of the shed done. At least that one wall to mount it on. I'm not going to mount it and have to take it down. I ain't going to put it in here and then have to take it back down, take it out there. I'm not going to do all that. Cooking videos.
Oh, it's so hot, though.
I have to show how to do my famous egg drop soup.
We bought the stuff for that, and then you let it go bad.
Yeah, because I didn't make no egg drop soup.
You better get on it.
I do like that stuff, though, egg drop soup.
Yeah.
It ain't my famous egg drop soup. I've never made it in my life, but I'm
He
more
likes
tempted.
it. He likes the Chinese egg drop soup.
Yeah, I think I can do it though. I think I can make it. I've researched it, but I said the same thing about pepper steak.
Yeah, and that didn't turn out very
Yeah,
good.
and it tastes like pepper leather.
Yep. Not
You go to the
very
restaurant
well.
over there, it's so tender. You pull it, like pull it into. When we cook it, it's like you have to have hacksaw to chop it.
It's like a beef jerky.
Mm-hmm.
Twice as tough though.
Update on Prepper Store. Yeah, I need to call them and see if they want to do one.
I think there for a while they was looking for someone to.
Yeah, they're looking
over
for somebody to take over the store. Just basically, I don't know what circumstances, but I think they want to sell it. But they said they didn't want to just let anybody have it. Yeah, they're still.
Yeah,
open.
they're still open.
Like I said, they're talking about selling it. Last time I talked to them, they was talking about selling it. But like I said, I don't think they just want to sell it to just anybody because they want to keep it like it is, kind of thing. Maybe not like it is, but the same principle.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you need to call them or message them.
Yeah.
Do another video there. Update on that.
There's actually a Prepper store over in like you're going toward Gatlinburg and get off exit 440? I can't remember. It's like the Foothills Parkway exit right there. You go up that way like you're going into Gatlinburg and around that way. There's like a little Prepper store up in there. It's a little small, little hole in the wall, but been wanting to film the guy. There's actually a guy over there in that direction too that does like chainsaw wood cutting, like making bars and stuff. And I was wanting to stop over there and film him, get him to make one and film it. I thought that'd be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily. I mean, even if it ain't good for YouTube, it'd be good for us because I like to watch it and film it and keep it. I thought that'd be pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people get into stuff like it. Wood carvings, I guess. Chainsaw carvings, I think is what it's called. My lazy egg drop soup is a can of chicken noodle. Yeah. The way that I'm going to do it is you take chicken broth and then I don't want to do the whole egg. I want to kind of copy the one at that Chinese place that we go to, and they use like the egg whites. They don't use like the yolk. So I went and bought like a little carton of egg whites, and that was like $11 for like a little milk carton of egg whites. It was like $11, and then I let it sit around so long it went bad. I never did try it.
Yeah,
so
I dumped it out. Mm-hmm.
And then you got to use cornstarch to thicken it up a little bit. Just those 3 ingredients. Basically, it's egg drop soup. I mean, you could do the whole egg if you want. Like, I guess you would take crack the whole egg in a bowl and stir it up good and then drop it in there, I guess. I mean, not quite sure.
You can always take the egg and run it through a strainer and just use the yolk and not the...
Well, there's a way that you can take an egg and like flop it back and forth from shell to shell or bowl to bowl or something that separates it.
Yeah.
Somewhere or another. But I ain't doing all that whenever I go buy a little carton of egg whites. That's just too much. Because then you're wasting the yolk of the egg. That place in Silva, the Chinese restaurant in Silva, it does put the whole egg in there because I remember that. But the one in Canton, it just does egg whites.
Mm-hmm.
So I do remember that part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cheap and lazy. Yeah, me too. But if you do get like a carton of that stuff, it lasts a long time. And then the I guess the chicken broth, you could use like bouillon cubes to make your own broth and stuff like that too. You can do it 2 or 3 different ways. Be the same either way.
We got a bunch of them put up too.
Yeah, we have a lot of
bouillon cubes. I think I have 5 cases in there.
Mm-hmm. Because we store a lot of white rice. And I mean, I'd eat it, don't get me wrong, just plain white rice, I'd eat it if I had to. But you can take white rice and then you put 3 or 4 of them bouillon cubes in it. And then it tastes like chicken rice, chicken flavored rice or beef flavored, anything like that. Just a cheap and easy way to flavor plain old
White
boring
rice looks like maggots.
Yeah, it tastes like sometimes. Or you can take, like when I was growing up, my mom would boil rice and then put butter in it and sugar. And that's what we eat for breakfast. I remember eating that a lot. And oatmeal. But my daddy had chicken, but there's a lot of times we didn't have eggs and stuff. So, but she fixed biscuits like 3-4 times a day. People come from everywhere to eat that woman's biscuits. I can make them the way she makes them, but I can't make them look at when they're cooked like the way she make them, because she patted them and mashed them down, all that crap, and she just done it a certain way. Your rice, yeah, is your black rice? I don't know if I've ever had any black rice.
I don't think I have neither.
Then the brown rice, I guess just standard brown rice. They say you can't store that stuff like long term. You can store it for a little bit, but not long term, because it'll go, I guess, rancid or bad. And why, I don't know, but that's why a lot of people don't store brown rice. And I like brown rice. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's exactly why people store the white rice.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do some more, but we've got quite a bit of rice put up. Mm-hmm. And I do want to do some more of it, though.
Still got to put all this up. These pinto beans, these. Mm-hmm. What all we got here? Pinto beans. We got sugar. We got noodles. We got.
I think I've got over here in the corner, piled up in the corner with our other prepping stuff over here. I think I have 100 more pounds of pinto beans over here. Turn dairy meat black. Yeah. I imagine it would. Probably got some type of, I ain't gonna say dye, but I guess it's naturally black rice like that, I guess, but it would have to have some type of natural color in it, you know what I mean? So I'd say it'd come out of it.
I want to get some deer meat and make deer jerky.
I wouldn't mind having a few more rabbits, but they're just too much. If you had a way to raise rabbits and a safe way to let them basically just run around and eat, fix like a lot, like a dog lot with a roof on it, that'd be about the only way you could really do rabbits, because they eat a lot of food and it's very expensive to feed rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
That, and if you build a cage out of wood, they're going to eat the wood.
Yeah, we did that.
Jerky is good. Yeah, we made jerky out of rabbit. We made rabbit jerky. Mm-hmm. We used to raise a bunch of rabbits, and I'd always take when you skin a rabbit and you basically hull it out kind of thing, the flaps on the sides, I guess would be the sides and the stomach part of the flaps, the meat flap. We cut those off and I'd cut them up and we'd make jerky out of them, and the back straps.
I think we did bear jerky too.
Mm-hmm.
We did bear jerky and we did rabbit jerky. We can make beef jerky.
Rabbits dig out. We tried it. Yeah. But I mean, in all honesty, up here on this mountain, there's rabbits running all over the place. And then wild rabbits are everywhere up here. You can walk out in the yard and there's 5 or 6 at any given time.
Yeah, but good luck catching them.
That's what they make traps for. But anyway, we've been over here 115 minutes. We'll get off here.
Yeah, because we both got to get up early.
Yeah.
Starts early.
But anyway, guys, we're going to jump off here. Thank y'all for coming on.
Yeah, thank y'all for coming on. We enjoyed talking with everybody.
If it's Saturday, maybe. I don't know. It all depends yet on what we're doing Saturday and how late it is before we come in the house. If it's raining, we'll be in the house early. How did Daddy keep all those rabbits? Back then, Merlin, the feed wasn't crazy. And just be honest with you, Klein Bradley's, I don't know if you remember them, it's a little store down below the house there. He had a running credit with him. You know what I mean? Like he'd go in there like once a month and pay his tab kind of thing, I guess. And that's kind of how he kept up with them. But I remember doing all that with him. But the rabbits was back then. The rabbit feed wasn't, maybe $4 or $5 a bag at that time. It's what $20, $25 a bag now. So I mean, it's things.
Yeah, and we had like 14, 15 of them that I made it all at one time, and we ended up with bukus of rabbits.
Yeah, we had, whenever I was offing the rabbits, that we'd do 15, 20 at a time.
Yep. We had a freezer of nothing but rabbits.
Yeah, literally full of rabbit meat.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to where the way that I done them, I didn't keep the rib section of it anymore because them little bitty bones, and you couldn't do nothing with them.
They're hideous to try
I
to
just
get
cut
out.
that section out and chunk it, feed it to the dogs. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he'd go down to Klein Bradley's and he'd get like nails, any kind of hay, any type of feed for animals. In the backyard, he raised one of the biggest pigs I've ever seen in my life, ever.
I want
and
a
he
pig.
kept it in like in this little bitty thing.
I want a pig.
In there, you're not allowed to have pigs in the city limits, and he kept one, and that was one of the biggest pigs I've ever seen in my life, ever. He had that long wheelbase truck with that cattle rack on it, and when they put that pig on that truck, its nose was touching the front, and they had to turn his butt sideways to get the tailgate closed on it. That's how big that thing was.
You can bring me home a pig.
Mm-hmm.
And some turkeys, and some ducks, and some guineas.
My OnlyFans account's going to kick off and be able to feed all that shit. How you doing, Merlin?
My phone fell down here somewhere.
I talk to Wesley every now and again online. I see him online every now and again. That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
I've been wanting to get down that direction. Wild turkey baby down the creek today. Yeah.
You have to catch me, somebody.
Yeah, all right.
What? It's a possibility.
Oh, sure it is.
Anything's possible.
Anything.
Anything's a possibility.
How's Vic and Larry doing? Have you heard from them? Need a big net. Yeah, a very big net. Actually, get you one of them nets that hang out of a tree and then drop it. Somewhere in South Carolina, there's a bunch of farms down there that they actually advertise on Craigslist. They want people to come out and thin out the wild hogs and stuff. If I ain't mistaken, there's some in Georgia, there, North Georgia too. Like on the farms where they tear up the farmland and stuff. They want people to come hunt the wild hogs and thin them out. I wouldn't mind doing that.
We could do that and
because the meat,
put that meat in the freezer too.
The meat on a wild pig is different than like a backyard pig because they said the meat in a wild pig like marbles, like beef. Same way with the American breast chicken. That's the only chicken that the meat will marble, like beef. And
Betty said she needs a big net and younger legs than she has.
Yeah. Get Ashton up there and let him run them around. Eh?
Yeah, Ashton.
They'll get hurt for your legs. They'll run them around.
Get Ashton and Jordan.
Yeah.
I'll volunteer them both. Oh, Lordy.
Haven't talked to Larry since Dad died, but Vic is doing good. Yeah, I don't ever talk to nobody. I haven't even talked to Tammy, and I don't even think I've talked to Paula once or twice since I died. Sometimes I've talked to, I think I've talked to Lamar a couple times online. Wesley.
Well, we seen him when we went down there. right before their dad died.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's about the last time.
That's been 7 years ago, though.
Whatever year Daniel died. Yeah.
He died the year before Dad, and Dad's been gone 6 years in December. So Wesley was the year before Dad. So
Yeah,
it's been
Daniel, not Wesley. Yeah.
so it's been 7 years since we went down there.
Yeah. But we just work all time. So they go on. Try to keep everything occupied.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I think I talked to Wayne. Actually, come up here. I don't remember what year it was, but he come up. He was doing them little mini truck things. They had a mini truck show. Well, actually, it was over there in Maggie Valley.
Somebody come up here, and Charlie died too, didn't they? They met us down there at Ammons.
I don't remember.
I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, I don't. I can barely remember where I crapped that last long. 6-7 years ago. But yeah, Wayne come up. I don't remember how long ago it's been. It ain't been terribly long ago. I mean, it's been a few years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, something like that. But he come up because over there they was having a little mini truck thing in Maggie Valley, and they all went to him, and his wife, I think, went to that. I think their daughter might have been with him. I think he said they had a room in Maggie Valley or something. But I haven't.
Dwayne's
Gonna be a grandpa. Wow.
I think I seen that on Facebook.
Yeah. I'll have to message him and tell him congratulations on that one. I think Wesley's got 5 or 6 grandkids now.
Actually, it was Wesley that I'd seen on Facebook that's having another one. Ain't his daughter the one that was pregnant when we were down there?
Wesley's, yeah.
That's the one that's having another one too.
I don't remember the name. Lord, like I said, I can't remember nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't Dwayne that I was thinking of. It was Wesley.
Yeah. Well, I haven't even seen Tammy since Mama died. I think it's the last time I seen her.
She's the one that messaged me right after we got married, ain't she?
Yeah, Tammy. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I ain't mistaken, that's the last time I've seen her. Wesley has 15. That's exactly how many we got.
Yep, he's tied with us.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
You know, sooner or later they're going to figure out what causes all that. I mean, sooner or later you would think.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he had 15. I know he had a few, but I didn't know he had that many.
Yeah, I didn't know he had that many neither.
That's pretty good. I have to message him and ask him about that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I've got Wayne. I think I have Wayne on Facebook too. I don't think he gets on there a whole lot though. Wesley's on there every now and again. I've seen him all crazy pictures and stuff all the time. He sends them to me.
Wesley's the one I have on there.
Yeah. It's in the blood. I mean, I wasn't gonna go that far, but yeah, you're right. Bunch of damn Reinhardts. It's starting to get hot. I'm gonna crank up the AC.
Yeah, no.
But
Oh, Lordy.
Y'all still living in the same place, Marilyn? Same place, Marilyn? Yeah. You still got your other place up there too, with the where you had the 2 trailers at, 2 or 3 trailers, I think. I can't remember that name, but it's. I remember the trailer that y'all had whenever we was little kids. I think, like up there on. Can't even remember the name of that daggone road neither, but I think we lived beside you. Oh, you don't have those no more? Wasn't that the same trailer that you lived in up there whenever we lived beside each other up there with little kids? I think I was like 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that. But I remember it. Man, that was a long time ago. A long time ago. This is probably Wayne's first grandbaby too.
Praying for the nation today.
Yeah. I think I was out. Yes, we lived in it forever. Yeah. You know what times I do go to Georgia, I haven't been down there. The last time I was down there is when we went down there and seen Daniel right before he passed away. We went to Wesley's house, and he called Daniel. Daniel come over, and we sat over there and talked to him for 2 or 3 hours before we had to come home.
That was 7 years ago.
Yeah, because we was on our way back from Florida, and then I took the long way around. That like 5. It was like a long enough ride anyway, like 12 hours. But we went like 5 hours out of the way to go up. To come up in there. That was the longest daggone ride I believe I've been on in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time that I've been there. But whenever I go down that way, I always like to ride up that little curvy road to kind of see where it was at and what it looks like now. I've yet to figure out where Daddy was talking about Reinhardt Hill or Reinhardt Road or whatever it is, and the house on the sticks. I don't think I've ever seen that one. But I went and tried to find it 2 or 3 times. I've yet to see a house that was on sticks, on stilts. It was one of the Jim Walter homes that I guess he had built on sticks or something. That's what he said. I've looked for it 2 or 3 times, and I've yet to see it. It's probably not there anymore, but I can vaguely remember living up there beside each other on that hill.
I gotta stand up for a minute. My back's getting uncomfortable.
Mom has Mom had a picture of whenever she was pregnant with me, and that's supposedly whenever they lived on Reinhardt Hill or whatever it was over there, in the house on the sticks, or house on stilts is what Daddy said. Oh, closed in like now, 2 stories. Yeah, cool. That's the same way my mama's brother Ronnie done. He had a house supposedly like that one that was built with his house was built by Jim Walter too, up on that sticks, and they said it was just like the one they had in Georgia, and that's why I think that's why he done is boxed the bottom of it in. You know where Samuel goes all the time? Mm-hmm. Over there, yeah. When you go by there, they boxed the bottom of it in. I don't know if it's like living in the bottom of it, but I know he boxed it in. Looks like a 2-story house now. That's basically the same thing. next time I go down there, I'll have to go up there and see if I can find that Reinhardt place again. I've yet to find it. I think I found the road one time, or the hill, or whatever it was, but that was a long, long time ago. There used to be a little store there, real cool little old country store, right up from where she used to have. Vicky lived in the house here on the corner. Then you go up the next, and then cut down that hill and go around. Then she had like 2 trailers down there that's rented out. And there's like a little country store out there. That was the neatest little store. It's probably not there no more either. But it was old as the hills back then. That's whenever I was probably couldn't even drive. I go there and stay summers with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I stayed summers with Merlin several times. I actually lived with her for a while and went to school. Got kicked out of school and had to come back.
Got kicked out of school and had to come back.
I got kicked out of the school in Waynesville. The store's not there. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. That's probably not there anymore. I got kicked out of school in Waynesville. And then they sent me down to stay with her to go to school down there. If I didn't get kicked out of that school. But now I'm going to tell you, Merlin, that was Wesley's fault. That when I got kicked out of that school down there, you was mad at me, but that was Wesley's fault. He's the one to put me up to that shit. He won't admit it, but he did. Can't blame it on Wayne. He wasn't around there. It was Wesley's fault. Wesley's one done it. I don't think I went like 1 or 2 whole days to that school before I was kicked out of it again.
Oh.
Wesley instigated it. He put me up getting a fight with these old boys down there, and next thing I know, I was kicked out again. That was funny. Wasn't too funny then. I just knew I was going to jail.
Did you?
No. I was just kicked out of school. I got kicked out of this school in Waynesville. I don't even remember how old I was. I was pretty young. And then I went down there and stayed with her for a while. But it was like when I went there and stayed with her, it was like 2 weeks before I could start the school or something. It was like a week to 2 weeks before I could actually go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think I went 1 or 2 days and they kicked me out, and then I had to come back. Her reputation preceded you. So it wasn't a reputation, it was my nephew. I egged it on. As my daddy said, I egged it on. He put me up to it. I remember the middle school that I went to. It was when I got in there, they automatically hated me anyway because of my brother Charlie. Well, and my daddy too, because he was all the time down there raising Cain with them. Between my brother Charlie getting in fights and carrying on down there every single day, then mom and daddy having to go down there and get him every day. Every day they'd let him go. Then my daddy wound up getting into it with him every time he went down there. So I was already hated before I ever got there.
Just job training for you.
Yeah, literally.
I think I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I think I'm going to too.
I got to get up early. You got to get up early.
Looking back on it, I mean, it's all. It is what it is. I don't think I'd change it for nothing. You couldn't take Charlie nowhere. It'd been a fight. I mean, you couldn't take him to the store and back. It'd been a fight before you got back. Then, you know, that's back then. Now, when he got older and stuff like that, he calmed down a whole lot. Not a lot. He was still hot-headed, but he was just like Daddy. But Lord, you couldn't take that boy to the store, anywhere. back when he was younger because you'd been in a fight. I got 16 years old and I got my driver's license. I was a designated driver. I had to drive them everywhere. And I don't think there's a time that we went somewhere that one of them wasn't in a fight somewhere between Charlie and the boys he hung out with because I had to drive them all around. And then half the time, it's what the ones you do is drive them around and get in a fight. I was like, good Lord. I remember Daddy going to get him out of jail. Blew $1 million down. Back then, you could take like your property deed or something like that. You could take that down to the magistrate and just get them out of jail with it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a credit card type thing. Well, I'm ready to go if you are. Let's see how many subscribers we got before we get off. Let's see here. 80. We got 5,080. So we've gained 80 subscribers, which is pretty good for us since we started this live thing. So that's pretty good. It's still climbing.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's probably.
Some days are better than others.
Yeah. Yeah. Some days we gain, 400 or 500 a day.
Good night, Miss Betty.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody. Thank y'all for coming on.
Yep.
We enjoyed talking to everybody.
Bye, Merlin. When we come back on, try to jump on.
Yeah, jump on and talk to us.
We'll try to get back. We'll try to get back on like Saturday because it'll probably be too hot and raining.
Joe comes on Saturday too.
Yeah, I mean we'll do it before or after.
Yeah.
Probably do it after.
So we might come on either 7 or 9.
Yeah.
Because Joe comes on at 8.
Yeah, the guy has a channel called St. Bernard Acres. We try not to come on when he's on live because I just don't want to.
Some of his people are on our channel as well.
But anyway.
Good night, Ashton.
See you guys.
Have a good night, everyone.
We're out of here. Peace.